Our Rockmart Yellow Jackets fought their way through their home opener in hopes of getting a win back on their record after opening with a loss to Cedartown. We've got a few highlights to show you from the Cass at Rockmart game, so stay tuned for some 6 shots and final scores from games from week 2 of the season. I'm Kevin the editor, and it's time for the Polk Sports Wire Scoreboard Show. Whether you love Rockmart, Cedartown, or some other area team, we're keeping track of who you want to see. Highlights, area scores, and more right here on this week's episode of the Polk Sports Wire Scoreboard Show. Okay, sports fans, we're going to get through some Cass at Rockmart footage quick. There's a lot of territory to cover from week 2. First quarter, Cass takes the kickoff, and they're driving down the field, but Jake Bailey is about to put the region offenses on notice with this big pickoff play. He watched Cass quarterback Brody McWhorter's eyes on this play and called his shot for the interception. Rockmart puts the opening points on the board thanks to a Jose Alegria field goal. Jackets go up 3-0 early. Second quarter's Jackets driving, and the general gets the handoff and puts on some magic, but despite making the Colonel's defense look bad, the refs called this touchdown play back, saying he stepped out of the 23. I've got a thorough look at this one in the highlights show for monthly plus subscribers. Take a look-see, worth your time. Next drive, after Jackets score, McWhorter hands off to Devin Henderson, who finds open room in the Rockmart defense, and he comes downfield for a touchdown. Jackets still hold a 10-7 lead. Late in the first half, Rockmart's looking for one more chance to score on the way to the locker room, but Jose Alegria's field goal is blocked. Cass recovers, doesn't make any hay off of their big play going down into halftime. Mea culpa, I took off midway through the third after this fumble was recovered by Cass, and I got burned bad by that decision. Rockmart and Cass both put up 2 more second half touchdowns apiece, and the Jackets came out on top with a 24-23 victory. That puts the Black and Gold at 1-1 early on in the season, same spot they were at last year. We'll see y'all again when Dalton comes to town on September 8th. I swear I'm staying for the entire game. Stay tuned, we've got more scores coming for you in just a minute after a word from this Polk Sports Wire Scoreboard Show sponsor. This week's episode of the Polk Sports Wire Scoreboard Show is brought to you by our friends over at the Polk County Fair, which returns to the Polk County Fairgrounds in Cedartown on September 6th through September 10th, 2023. Y'all make sure to check the link in the description for more about the fair this year, and remember that those entry fees are being used to contribute to organizations in the community and more via the Cedartown Exchange Club. So make your way out to the fairgrounds, win a goldfish, and grab a funnel cake during this year's Polk County Fair. Okay, sports fans, our other Polk County team was on the road on Friday night, way down south of us, and we've got an unexpected score from LaGrange. Cedartown falls to Callaway in a heartbreaker, 27-10. Cedartown is now 1-3 against Callaway all time. I know for sure my friends over at WGA were at this game, so they've got some highlights for you to check out on their Facebook, Twitter, and probably YouTube pages as well. Make sure to show them some love. We'll see y'all again this coming week at Sequoia. Now it's time to get into some finals from around the Northwest Georgia area here on the Week 2 Scoreboard Show. Starting off with some of Rockmart's other foes in Region 7 AA, we've got a local rivalry south of us, Bremen at Harrelson. The Blue Devils come out on top 10-7. Next up, another longtime rivalry, Model at Pepperell. The Blue Devils win big, 29-6. Matchup between 7AA and 7-4A in this one, Gordon Central at Southeast Whitfield. Who comes away with a win? Southeast Whitfield, 19-16. Warriors haven't won a game since November 2020. Yes, folks, you heard that one correctly. The Warriors have not won a game since November 2020. That makes them 0-22 right now. The question I have on my mind right now is, will they pick up a win this year and break that losing streak? Next up, North Murray at Pickens. Mountaineers take the win 37-30. Mountaineers and Pickens are both 1-1 on the year now. Murray County at LFO. Lakeview Fort O wins this one 33-25. Positive outcome for the Warriors, not so much for the Indians. Gilmer at Fannin. I made the graphic wrong on this one. Sorry about that, folks. Either way, Rebels top the Bobcats 38-14. Jumping up to 7-4A, another interesting showdown, Bowden at Central. Red Devils fall hard on the road in a 34-14 rout. Bowden will probably bounce back. Central could be a challenge this year in 7-4A. Coahulla Creek at Northwest Whitfield. Bruins win big over the Colts 42-7. Sonoraville at Darlington, an outcome that you won't hear often. The Tigers were dealt a loss. Phoenix rise from the ashes of Week 1, win 39-20 over Darlington. Wrapping up finals from teams in 7-4A this week is East Hamilton at Heritage. The Tennessee squad came across the state line to play this one, and despite a big Week 1 win for the Hurricanes, the Generals recovered and won this one 28-23. Some other area scores of note. South Paulding at Carrollton. Hughes dealt the Trojans a loss last week, and the Spartans felt the bounce-back pain. Carrollton wins 49-0. Lithonia at Rome. Wolves continue to roll 56-8 in week 2. Woodland at Coosa. I predicted this one would go the Eagles' way on WGA's pregame show, but the Wildcats shocked us all with a 45-0 shutout on the road. What a huge win for Woodland. They moved to 1-1, so do the Eagles. Continued good luck to Coach Haywood over there at Woodland as their season continues. Lafayette at Tryon, and the Bulldogs were in control throughout this one, 28-0 shutout. Jonesboro at Cartersville, closer game than I expected. Canes win 24-13 over the Cardinals. Calhoun at Carver, Atlanta. Y'all, this was a big bounce-back win in week 2 for the Yellow Jackets on the road after a 10-point loss at Blessed Trinity. Calhoun 40, Carver 12. Adairsville at Cherokee Bluff. Tigers take a road win, 21-7. East Paulding at North Paulding. Local teams next door facing off. North tops East in a close one, 21-17. Woodstock at Hiram. Hornets are on a roll this year. Win big, 38-14. Hornets are 2-0, first time since 2015 that's happened. Sprayberry at Paulding County. Patriots are in trouble. They fall hard in this one, 37-14. They haven't had an 0-2 start in a while, but last year was their first winning season and playoff appearance in the past several seasons. Let's hope they can regain some momentum. Last one, and then we're calling it quits. Temple at Christian Heritage up in Dalton, and Tigers win big on the road, 41-13. That'll do it for this episode of the Polk Sports Wire Scoreboard Show. We'll be back next weekend to bring you some more highlights and scores from around the area and help you keep updated throughout the season. I'm Kevin, the editor. Make sure to subscribe to PolkSportsWire.com monthly plus to get action from Cedartown at Sequoia on the sidelines in the football highlights episode coming up for week 3.